And hello again, everyone. We welcome you inside the Elida Fieldhouse as we get back to Western Buckeye League basketball action here on this Friday night. With Miles Holliday, I'm Randy Roberts, partner. Had the Christmas break. Want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. First time we are with you here in 2025. And the Western Buckeye League wasting no time, getting right back in. And we're going to learn a lot here these next couple of Fridays between the contenders and the pretenders of the league crown.
Yeah, and where else would you rather be, Randy, than right here at the Elida Fieldhouse? These two teams, it's a great matchup. Elida, is there anybody hotter than Elida right now? Winners of 4 in a row at 5-4. And you take a look at the Western Buckeye League standings. I saw that Defiance team on Monday get a win over OG. That is a heck of a team. And, of course, we know the firepower that Shawnee has. But don't sleep on this team from Van Wert. A lot of young talent, and they're going to do nothing but get better. They're going to affect what happens in this WBL.
As Miles said, there's the updated standings after that game on Monday between Defiance and OG. And again, the reason for that one, the postseason begins a week earlier. That was supposed to be the final regular season game. And with the schedule moving up, everyone had to fit in a game when they could. So that's why they had that one-off Monday. Miles, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Cougars of Van Wert under veteran head coach Jeremy Best. You talked about it. This is a young squad, 3-6. You just saw in the WBL standings. 1-1 coming off a couple of losses as they fell to LCC 57-49 and Ottoville 45-44. But man, do they have an impressive big man in the 6'5 freshman Zach Crummey. 15 points, 8 rebounds, and apparently when you're tall and you get close to the basket, you shoot the ball really well at 65%.
He sure does, and we've been fortunate enough to see him already this year. And the young man can rise and rack that rim with the best of them. Might see a little dunkalicious out of him here tonight. The problem for Van Wert, Randy, they've played extremely well, and then they've had some lapses. You're going to have that with a young team. They almost beat Delphos St. John's in a classic. Delphos St. John's got out of there with a win that night, but then they've had some hiccups along the way. You know, they got a great coach, though, in Jeremy Best, that's going to navigate this young roster through this year. Get your wins against Van Wert now, folks, because they're going to be lights out for the next 2 years. They get consistent scoring from Welch and Crummey. The problem has been who's that third guy on a regular night? Maybe it's Griffin McCracken, who's a great outside shooter. So who's going to be that third guy for them in that starting five to score?
Keaton Welch is sophomore, their second leading scorer at 11 points. Also adds 3.4 assists. You mentioned Griffin McCracken, the junior, kind of the leader of this team, just under 10 points. Also shoots really well from the floor at 52%, but his spot is behind the arc, 23 of 44 on threes this year.
Yeah, watch out for him. If he gets a shot from behind the arc, he is deadly at 52%. Nothing but release, rotation, and then celebrate for him.
Meanwhile, for Elida, under first-year head coach Ryan Howard, Miles mentioned at the top of our pregame, one of the hottest teams in the area, winners of 4 in a row, and they have found something with offense after scoring an average of 47 points per game in their first 5 games of the year. They have ratcheted that up to 67 a night in getting wins over Allen East, Kenton, Lima Perry, and New Bremen.
Yeah, you take a look at the two guards, Zori Island and Mari Wash. Randy, they both must like Yacht Rock because they're both so smooth. They are unbelievable guys in the backcourt, can shoot the three. Zori Island is shooting a high percentage. They can take you off the dribble. But most importantly, they are so good defensively. They will pick that pocket and then make you pay for it.
They also do have an inside presence. Going to be interesting to see what Parker Krim, Zach Crummey are going to do. Something tells me the two might get to know each other on a football field next year.
It's so important that Parker Krim stays out of foul trouble. He's going to have the assignment against Zach Crummey. If he can stay out of foul trouble, it's going to make Zach Crummey's life real difficult. But the guy I like in that starting five, you take a look at Marcus Hill, averaging about 8-9 points a game. He has that athletic ability, Randy, that he can score in double digits at any time.
By the way, we do want to mention before I forget, we understand some games next Friday. There's some football game going on next Friday. Teams are moving their basketball around, so people can watch some football game.
The Ohio State Buckeyes continue their march on to the national title when they play Texas next Friday. And ADs in Northwest Ohio and Lima Land, they're smart, Randy. They're starting to move the start time up, and that's what they're doing here. 4:45 JV tip.
That's what I was going to mention. I had the chance, ran into Dave Evans when I walked in today, and heard him talking to some of his guys, and kind of, as any good reporter would, just kind of scoot your ear a little bit closer so you can understand what's going on. So official word was just announced, and it will be announced as the game goes on. Next Friday night, Elida is going to host Ottawa Glandor, 4:45 JV, hoping for a varsity tip around 6:15, so you can get in, get out, and get to wherever you want to go to watch the Buckeyes play.
I just wish I could have seen you slide over there like a ninja, real quiet, to try and find that.
Just shuffle the field. It would have been a travel anywhere else, so just shuffling the feet. Hey, let's get to some keys to the game in this one, partner. Let's start with the Cougars of Van Wert.
Number one, be strong, young man. Be strong with that basketball. Van Wert's done a good job protecting the basketball, only about 10 turnovers a game, but they haven't gone against guys like Zori Island and Amari Wash, who will just pester you. If you're not strong with that basketball, they'll steal it and make you pay. Number two, close the door. Zori Island and Amari Wash, they love to attack the lane, and they are so quick doing it. Make sure you close the door. Don't let them get into that key. And then number three, the offense is so yummy with Crummy. You talked about this young man, Zach Crummy. He's going to be so much fun to watch the next 4 years. Just a freshman, 6'6", 15 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 67% from the floor. Maybe, just maybe, we'll see a Dunkalicious as he grabs that rim.
And it'll be some keys to the game tonight for the Elida Bulldogs.
Number one, ball movement, because that means that they're pushing the tempo. This is a really good basketball team when they get up and down. If it becomes a half-court set and the ball's not moving, one guy dribbling, that is not good offense for Elida. Number two, positivity. Body language, so important. Lift each other up. Don't roll your eyes. Don't shrug your shoulders. Get positive with your teammate. If someone makes a mistake, pick them up. And then number three, Fantasy Island. Oh, why is it a Fantasy Island? Because Zori Island has ability that a lot of us just fantasize we could have. He is an unbelievable player, so quick. The senior guard, 14 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 assists, shoots 45, 42 behind the arc, 63 from the line, and a partridge in a pear tree. Zori Island, he can do it all.
Well, the winner's going to stay in the WBL race. It's Elida Van Wert. We'll have it for you next here on WOSN. Randy and Miles back with you here from the Elida Fieldhouse. We're just about ready to go for this WBL matchup between the Bulldogs and the Cougars of Van Wert. And our officials for tonight, Clay Ehrman, Austin Cape, and Mike Magoo. Van Wert using up all the time they can. That's the veteran coaching move, right? Anytime you can steal a timeout.
That's right. Anytime you get that extra little maneuvering. Randy Roberts, Parker Krim against Zach Crummy on the tip. It's go time.
So officials getting everything set, and looks like we're going to be okay. Official a little timid to step inside the center circle for good reason. There's a couple hosses in there jumping center.
You don't want to get elbow from one of those guys coming down.
Elida wins the opening tip. Bulldogs have this one from the wing. It's Marcus Hill with it right now. Ball's going to be taken away. And then it looked like Keaton Welsh a little worried about going out of bounds. Wanted to throw that off the leg, off an Elida defender, and ends up under the basket where Parker Krim will get the opening bucket of the night.
Well, that's a great finish by Krim. 7 rebounds, but he has been struggling from the field at 37%. Good to see the Krim Reaper get started for Elida.
2-0 here early on. Entry pass comes into the high post for Crummy. Crummy, good job pivoting around with the left hand. That one's going to hit off the front side of the iron. And Amari Wash under the basket gets the rebound.
Got Parker Krim with fantastic defense. Made the freshman shoot over top of him.
Amari, nice job with the crossover. He's going to get the basketball back as he'll send this off to the wing. Back for Marcus Hill. Now that long lob into the baseline. Out driving in, trying to go hard off the window. It's no good for Hill. Ball is tied up under the basket, and the arrow will favor Van Wert.
Now, how about Parker Krim, though? Made the pass from the low post and then goes over to the other block and tries to get involved in that rebound. Very active by number 2 early in this game.
6:49 left to go, opening quarter, 2-0 Elida in front in our scoreboard tonight. Brought to you by Rhodes State College. Start your journey today at Rhodes State College.
Marcus Hill absolutely hounding Welch. Going to make it tough for Van Wert to get in their offense.
Trying to run around the perimeter right now. Xavier Kelly is it inside. Crummy now double teamed momentarily. Starts to pivot again. Now picked up his dribble. Is going to need help. Ball's going to come near us. It looks like it's going to stay Van Wert basketball.
Well, you can tell Ryan Howard, the head coach of Elida, their big part of their game plan is we're going to attack Zach Crummy, make his life difficult. Had a double team Adam Parker Krim staying between him and the basket.
You saw the replay thanks to Laudix Jewelry, your family-owned and operated jeweler for over 70 years. Visit them at 1244 South Shannon Street in Van Wert or online at laudix.com. Kelly trotted the crossover move again. I was going to spin this one out to the wing for Welsh. So working around the perimeter. Xavier Kelly, tough drive off the wing. Will tie this up for Van Wert.
Yeah, another one of these talented youngsters for Van Wert. Xavier Kelly finishing through the contact. Good first step.
Talking about good first steps, the move there for Amari Wash. Lost the handle on the way up. Here's Krim working the baseline, has the double. There's the kick out and the extra pass. As Zori Island's going to reset the offense. Zori high off the window. Can't get it to go. Now Xavier Kelly leads the break. Kelly with a bounce pass underneath for Griffin McCracken. Will get in and score as Van Wert takes the lead.
I thought might have been a little bit too much unselfishness by Van Wert, but great job by Griffin McCracken with the body control to get that layup.
Elida might lead the state, if not the country, at time spent in the backcourt. One long pass, they're into their offense. This one is no good. Pivoting around was Krim. He's going to get the offensive rebound, trying to find somewhere to go. He'll get it out to the wing, and now it looks like the Bulldogs will try to reset their offense.
Now already 2 offensive rebounds out of the Krim Reaper, being very aggressive on the offensive end.
Zori Island trying to go around the perimeter. Spins this one out for the wing for Hill. Marcus Hill is going to dribble it off his leg. He's going to go towards the sideline. Kelly with the behind-the-back save, but Zori Island's able to track it down to the backcourt.
A lot of quickness on this floor, Randy Roberts.
There's another one that's lost, and we're going to get a whistle, and it looks like a foul will be called.
I think it's Griffin McCracken that's going to come over. Great little hezzy move, then blows by Welch. Zori Island, yep, McCracken steps in. Oh, you got to love the courage out of Griffin McCracken to get the charge.
So foul is going to go on Zori Island. That's going to be his first, as he will draw the player control foul here. 4:35 left to go. Opening quarter. John Stocker DDS is tonight's premier sponsor for the Elida Bulldogs, providing dental care for high school sports fans. Inbound pass will come in as Caden Collins in now. Van Wert leads this one 4-2. I know Van Wert, we've talked about it before we started. Van Wert has some firepower. This is an Elida team. You don't want to try to go up and down the floor with them all night.
No, they will outrun you. They'll run you out of the gym. But if they're going to get scoring, Van Wert, whoa, look at that release, rotation, and splash out of Xavier Kelly. Randy, it's a huge one for him, only averaging 16% from behind the arc.
He's got 5, another freshman, but the move there to the basket as Zori Island gets the quick score for Elida.
Yeah, got to shut the door on the dribble drive. Elida been able to get to the lane way too early. When Zori gets there, watch out.
But the defense applied here. So Marcus Hill made it tough, but Van Wert able to bring this one into the front court. Zach Crummy comes to the free throw line, had the ball knocked away. He's going to find an open teammate. Baseline jumper, a little too strong, put up there by Micah Cowan. As Elida comes away with a miss, and again, Zori Island looks to push. He does every time. Wanted to send this one into the corner. Ball's going to be knocked out of his hands and out of bounds.
Now, I think when Van Wert watches film tomorrow, Michael Cowan will say, you know, I had a lot of room. I could attack the rim instead of settling for that 12-footer.
So Jonathan Payne, a 5'10 junior, a guy I think we were both impressed with when we saw Elida at the Tip-Off Classic to begin the year. He's going to get involved in the offense off the inbound. Little too strong because he couldn't get that one off the window. Ball's then knocked out of bounds. It looks like it'll stay with Elida.
Yeah, Payne averages 5 points a game. Could have had the easy deuce right there. Sometimes when you check in, you're a little too keyed up, and I think that's what happened with Jonathan Payne.
So the Bulldogs tried to inbound. This one's going to come out to the wing, where Amari Wash will have it. And Amari thought about a clear out. He comes top of the circle, gets a screen. There's the drive and kick. 3-ball from the corner, just rolls off the rim. Parker Krim with yet another offensive rebound. That's, 3 so far this quarter?
3 offensive rebound. He's just flat out outworking Zach Crummy, beating him to the spot.
Travels the call, a little hesitation move in the corner for Jonathan Payne. As teams will take this moment now to make substitutions, and we want to tell you that tonight's premier sponsor for the Van Wert Cougars is First Federal Bank in Van Wert, your community, your bank.
You wonder, with Welch bringing the ball up and he's having to work either against Wash or against Zori Island, how involved is he going to be offensively? Because he's going to have to work so hard, spend so much energy bringing the ball up the floor.
Well, his loss has been Xavier Kelly's gain. He's been the focal point of the offense for Van Wert so far. They lead this one 7-4, 2:40 counting. Left to go on a Road State College scoreboard. The move inside. Great pass and the finish by the sophomore Caden Collins.
Caden Collins has averaged about 2 points a game. Great cut. Gets his juice early.
Under the baseline. Attempt is no good. A little contact going for the rebound as Parker Krim, known for his takedowns on the football field, is going to get a little help. Right? That's how, right? You sack quarterbacks that way. You just get the one arm and take them down.
Randy, how strong is he when he just takes one arm and a downward swipe on top of the ball and shoves you to the ground?
That's a Nick Bosa move right there.
Impressive stuff.
It ends up being a travel, so the Bulldogs get this one back here.
A little clear out over on this side for Zori Island. Trying to get some one-on-one here against Welch.
I think he's trying to get maybe someone to come over and set a screen for him. He's going to get the basketball back.
This is where Elida's offense kind of stalls, when it's just basically one guy being ball dominant.
And we'll get a whistle and a foul on the spin inside. See what we can see here in the Loddix Jewelry replay.
Yeah, Welch out of position, so Zori's going to attack him, and a little spinner Rooney through to contact. And Zori Island so explosive.
Foul was on Keaton Welsh. That's going to be his first. Sends Zori Island to the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line, where he knocks down the first. Zori on the year, 12 of 19 from the charity stripe. And the free throws tonight brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Douglas, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all of your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here. Also, what happens here is Zori Island knocks down both free throws. And now an off-ball foul on the inbound.
Yeah, Xavier Kelly got a little physical trying to get the inbound. Saw him bring the forearm up. A good job by the official. You don't want things to get out of control early with too much physicality.
Elida had an opportunity now here for 4 points in a row. Jump stop working his way in. This one's deflected and it's going to be out of bounds, as Amari Wash trying to get to the basket.
Xavier Kelly just picked up the foul. However, didn't bother him. Still playing great defense. That length that he has, 6 foot, but his arms are so long and making the life of Amari Wash difficult.
Zori just trying to get the inbound in, had to do something to throw it in 5 seconds. Ball still loose on the floor. Finally saved over on the sideline.
Ooh.
As Amari Wash picks it up. His jumper is going to be no good. Crummy's going to reach in, take a rebound away, but his outlet is going to be thrown too far ahead. And now Elida with a missed opportunity. As Parker Krim, trying to go baseline, just lost the handle.
Oh, you think this was going to be a showtime moment for Parker Krim?
Look at that way, yeah.
He had his eyes on that rim. He was going to do something special. You got to catch it first, big fella.
And our game tonight is brought to you by Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC on Irvin Road in Van Wert. Take a look at our pre-owned specials at leekinsel.com.
Boy, Elida's quickness and length is so evident in this first quarter, getting their hands on everything.
Trying to find some points on offense has been the toughest part. Trying to tie it up with a 3. Crummy will get one hand on the rebound as he takes that one away from Parker Krim. And now Van Wert, who leads this one by 3, brings it into the front court. Kelly's pass comes to the wing.
If you're Jeremy Best, you have to be kind of happy that you're up by 3 because you haven't played really well.
Crummy going chest to chest with Parker Krim. Great pass as he's going to find Keaton Welsh under the basket.
Smart basketball IQ. Your defender leaves you. make a cut towards the basket. Good find by Crummy. Better cut by Keaton Welch.
Makes it 11-6 on our Rhodes State College scoreboard. Crossover again, Zori Island. He'll pull up, and he is going to bury the Webb Insurance Agency three-pointer.
All right, you know he loves Yacht Rock because that was definitely smooth, wasn't it? That was Michael McDonald smooth.
Three-pointers tonight brought to you by Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years with offices downtown Lima and Bluffton. Crummy, well, he doesn't like him that far out. He'll just roll to the basket and score.
I love the idea. You stretched out Parker Krim, who's been real physical. Give him a little jab step and then go right by him.
15 seconds to go here in quarter number one. We were promised a good one tonight. That's what we've gotten so far. Zori Island looking at that step back. See where his first move goes. Spins. Puts up an offering. That one's going to hit off the side of the backboard, and that's how our opening quarter will come to a close. 13-9. Van Wert leads this one after one. We'll take a timeout here on WOSN. 13-9, Van Wert leads Elida after one, and tonight's game is presented by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spirit checking account and the official sponsor of the WBL. Well, we were told this one was going to be entertaining. Well, I was told that by you, and so you haven't let me down yet.
No, I try to tell you the truth every time. It's been a fast-paced ball game. Both teams like to get up and down. The key, though, has been Xavier Kelly, I think, for Van Wert. First offensively, but secondly, with his length, making the life of Amari Wash very difficult.
Zori Island with the basketball as Elida will have it to begin our second period. Now the entry pass comes in to Parker Krim. Krim with a good kick out. There's one off the heel of the iron. Wash couldn't get a good look, and now Van Wert gets the miss. They'll quickly bring this one into the front court. Welsh with it, flips it over the top, off to the wing for McCracken.
And number one, Brody Altenbach checked in for Elida. Keep an eye on him. He's a guy that likes to extend that Van Wert defense out and bury a three ball.
Xavier Kelly had it momentarily. Here's Crummy. Turn around from the elbow, can't get it to go. It's a rebound and go for Amari Wash, and he's going to do just that.
Yeah, Parker Krim's playing Crummy extremely well, staying between him and the basket. The only time Crummy's been able to get free is when he dribbles right by him. If he stayed between Crummy and the basket, it's been a missed shot.
Here's Amari Wash with it, off to the wing. One more towards the sideline. Tough look in traffic. No good for Eben Jackson. First time we've seen him off the offensive rebound. Putback is up and good for Amari Wash.
There are already 4 offensive rebounds by Parker Krim, and the big fella, he can survey the floor. Nice pass to Amari Wash.
That is Amari's first 2 points of the contest, but they're big ones. 13-11 now. Van Wert leads this one. 6.5 minutes left to go. Opening half. Here's Kelly to the basket. Too strong. Crummy nearly bent backwards in half, coming up with a putback, and it looks like he's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, they're going to give it to Jackson, who comes over right here. Crummy, good job going up, fighting for that rebound. Yeah, I do believe they're going to give it to Jackson.
And a replays tonight brought to you by Laudix Jewelry, your family-owned and operated jeweler for over 70 years. Visit them at 1244 South Shannon Street in Van Wert or online at laudix.com. As Zach Crummy heads to the least famous recipe chicken free throw line, where he knocks down the first one.
Like Crummy's so impressive. Makes that first one. Needs to work on this area of his game, though. Only 54% on the year.
Came in 22 of 41. The offensive rebound. 3 ball off that offensive rebound is no good. Ball's going to be tipped out. And RoboCam makes the play there.
Our favorite camera guy. RoboCam does a great job every single game. Doesn't say anything. So professional. Should be, WOSN Cameraman of the Year, RoboCam.
Wide body, always in a defensive stance. Taking a few charges over the years.
Always here, never misses.
Kelly's going to mishandle the inbound, and it ended up bouncing into the backcourt. It's an over and back violation on Van Wert. John Stocker DDS is tonight's premier sponsor for the Elida Bulldogs, providing dental care for high school sports fans.
A good shot of Ryan Howard over there as Parker Krim gets a break. And, Ryan Howard, great job navigating that very difficult early portion of the season, right? 1-4, rallied the Bulldogs, now have won 4 in a row at 5-4. You know, a lot of first-year head coaches maybe crumble when they're 1-4. Ryan Howard did a good job of making sure they're stable.
Good pass back and forth here. Good look from the baseline, extra pass to Eben. Jackson buries the jumper.
A very unselfish. Jackson hangs out close enough to hit a mid-range. Does what you should on a mid-range, bury it.
It's his first points of the night. Jumper on the other end, no good out of Micah Cowan. Here comes Elida once again about the spin of Rooney, no good. Jackson comes flying in, wanted the putback, couldn't get it to go. And now Van Wert, chance there. Did everything right for Keaton Welsh, but put the ball through the hoop. And it's going to lead to a run out the other end and a score for Amari Wash. And that's going to lead to our first Metzger Financial Services timeout of the night. We'll take one as well here. 15-14, Elida in front here. We'll be back on WOSN. Well, just how quick do things change now. 15-14, Elida. And really what should have been an easy layup on one end for Van Wert leads to a run out, a bucket, and now change of a lead for Elida.
A couple times in this game we've seen unbelievable moves, but the finish hasn't quite been there. And that was the case with Keaton Welsh. And unfortunately, Van Wert, when you miss, that allows Elida to get up the floor in a hurry. And I think Jeremy Best reminded his Cougars, guys, fast tempo. That's going to favor Elida. Let's control tempo, make them work.
15-14 now. Elida in front in our Rhodes State College scoreboard. Start your journey today at Rhodes State College. A great vision, a great finish as Xavier Kelly scores on the feed from Crummy.
Crummy, second time. He's had a really nice assist from that low post. Caught Elida in a trap, reversed the basketball to an open Kelly.
A blocking call is a call on the other end. It's going to come before the shot, so foul on the floor. It's going to be the first one whistled on Griffin McCracken here with 4:51 to go in our opening half of basketball. Trim on the inbound to Hill. He's going to lose the handle on the way up as Van Wert forces the turnover.
I think McCracken got a little bit of a poke out on Hill. Nice defense.
Welsh wanted to come through the lane once again. McCracken will find Crummy. Crummy from the free throw line to the basket. He'll lose this one as it's going to hit off our table out of bounds.
Yeah, these Elida Bulldogs are so quick. If you're Crummy, you get one dribble. You put it down on the floor more than one dribble, it's going to be stolen. As you see, he'll come over to help out and poke that free. The quickness of Elida, so difficult to deal with.
So Elida now on offense as Zori Island walks this one into the front court. First time they literally are walking the ball into the front court as well. There's Jackson at the wing. There's Parker Krim coming up around the perimeter. The handoff for Island to Jackson. Jackson started running the baseline before he had to handle the basketball. It's tied up, and the arrow is going to favor Van Wert.
Caden Collins, number 11 for Van Wert, has come in and give quality minutes. Had a layup earlier this time. Does a good job defensively, calls in the tie-up.
Tonight's premier sponsor for the Van Wert Cougars is First Federal Bank in Van Wert. Your community, your bank.
How about the crossover by Kelly? The shake. Zori Island, impressive stuff.
Crummy trying to go over the top, didn't like anything there. So here's Xavier Kelly. Kelly with a little spin. He's going to back out to McCracken. He'll find Welsh. Now to Crummy again. Zach Crummy, he's not concerned about the tall trees. He'll just bang his way to the basket and score.
Yeah, don't forget the big fella. He's left-handed, so he's going to spin back to that left-hand to be dominant with it.
Gives Crummy 5, and the answer is going to be a 2, say the officials from Amari Wash.
Amari Wash struggling a little bit offensively. That's a big shot from long range. Take another step, though. Count as a 3.
Right, so worst shot you can take, right?
It is.
So here's Zori Island winning over and back as officials are going to say he knocked the ball out of the hands of the Van Wert player who was Keaton Welsh. Off the missed 3, here comes Elida again, trying to go coast to coast, trying to get the putback. It's no good. We're going to have ourselves another whistle, and it looks like Parker Krim is going to go to the free throw line.
Well, how about the athleticism of Marcus Hill? coast to coast, and watch how high he gets up against the 6'6" Crummy. Hill thought he was fouled and might have been, but Parker Krim cleans it up. Already 5 offensive rebounds for Parker Krim.
So Parker Krim will visit the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line. Visit Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Devos, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all of your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here.
Parker Krim might need some of those chicken fingers from Lee's Famous Recipe to fuel him up for that free throw. Missed the first, but got the second.
And like we mentioned for Zach Crummy, if there is a hole in his game, it is at the free throw line. It's Parker Krim just 11 to 24.
Yeah, you remember we had him early in the year. He was right around 60%. That's a part of his game he's worked a lot on, but struggled here of late.
Looks like Elida is going to go with some three-quarter court pressure. Van Wert, no problems breaking that one as they come into the front court here. Under 3 to go in our opening half. It's Crummy with the spin, then the dish underneath, and the score for Keaton Welsh.
Yeah, second time Welch is beating his man on a cut for an easy layup. Good find. Already the third assist for Crummy tonight.
So here is Hill trying to get to the basket. That one doesn't go. But a good job as the 5'11 junior will visit the free throw line.
Well, you better catch Hill and squat down defensively, get in a good stance, because if you're not in a good stance against him, he is going to blow right by you.
So Nate Gearhart picked up the foul for Van Wert, his first, team's third of the quarter, as the first Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw for Marcus Hill is good. It gives him his first points of the night. Marcus comes in 13 to 20 from the line. Second one is going to be waved off as we're going to have ourselves a free throw violation, or at least the line violation.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Marcus Hill, who crossed the line a little bit too early.
Officials holding up play for a moment. Now it looks like we're underway. Here's Van Wert trying to match the Elida speed, as this one quickly brought into the front court by Caden Collins. Gerhardt back to Welsh. Now Welsh is going to reset the offense now, as he's going to back up between the circles to Collins. Collins has a basket. Welsh is going to take an extra step. He's going to be called for the travel.
It was caused because Caden Collins muddied things up. You got to vacate the area on the dribble drive. He stayed in the same area as the dribble drive and brought extra defenders to that area.
Game tonight is brought to you by Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC on Irvin Road in Van Wert. Take a look at our pre-owned specials at leekinsel.com. 1 point lead. I don't know, has anyone led by more than 4 tonight?
No, I like the set, though, by Ryan Howard. We're going to pull it out and spread this Van Wert defense out. Really going to cause you to play man-to-man out in space.
That's what Elida does their best work. Top of the key. Shots up, no good. Rebound was tapped around, and Elida will get this one back, as Amari Wash will take some more time off the clock.
Yeah, we've had OG a couple times this year, and they are great at hunting down offensive rebounds because they are tenacious. This Elida team is about as good as them because they are just going to use their quickness to outrun you to loose balls.
Wash trying to shake his defender. Backs up. Continues to back up, so he's going to come inside the center circle. Down under a minute to go. Pull-up jumper from the wing. That one's going to be no good. Crummy in the right spot to get the rebound. And it looks like Van Wert won't take as much time as Elida did. They want to go quick. Coming through the lane. There's a little floater off the front of the rim. And good for the sophomore Cohen Bragg.
Cohen Bragg, good use of the left hand, dribble drive, loses Hill, and then the help comes over from Parker Krim. But he's going to contact that wrist for a three-point old-fashioned opportunity.
Elida foul is going to go on Krim, as Miles said. That's his first, as Bragg is going to knock down the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw to make it a three-point play. And it gives Van Wert one of, if not their biggest lead of the night.
Elida was very patient on their last offensive set. Let's see if they have a little bit more go get them in this set, down by 4.
As we near the 30-second mark of this very entertaining, fast-paced opening half of basketball. Scoreboard might not show it, but this one's been entertaining, if nothing else.
Oh, without a doubt. Zori Island looking for a ball screen, didn't get it.
Instead, he goes to Jackson. Jackson, tough turnaround. Can't get it to go. Krim, the right place at the right time. Doesn't get that one. Crummy takes it away. Zach Crummy trying to find someone. Down to 5 seconds. Keaton Welsh, he'll pull up from the angle, buries the jumper.
Another great find by Crummy, who used a spin dribble. 6'6", and you're spin dribbling in the middle of the floor to find Keaton Welch. Tremendous bury at the buzzer.
25-19, Van Wert at the half. Take a timeout here on WOSN. 25-19, our score here at the half. Van Wert with the lead over Elida, as we've been handed the official halftime stats here. And tonight's game is being presented by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spear checking account and the official sponsor of the WBL. Well, Miles has his reading glasses on. He's very Danny Holbrook-like. So, partner, yeah. I know the print's a little small, Danny. You might have, I'm sorry, Miles. But what do you see here is 25-19 at the half.
Well, you got to admire the fact that Van Wert is doing such a good job of sharing the basketball, right? Especially Crummy. He established early that they're going to get him involved in the post. Parker Krim is going to play him tough, but when other defenders come, you make a cut behind that, and he's been able to find Keaton Welch for a couple big baskets, including the one right before the buzzer.
That's 25-19 as we take a look. Some of the numbers here. So Van Wert, 11 of 19 from the floor. Elida, see the shooting numbers there, 7 of 31.
Yeah, a lot of shot selection, right? Just because you have an open shot doesn't mean you should take that open shot. If I am Ryan Howard at halftime, I'm saying, look, Hill on a dribble drive, Zori, you can shoot a three, Amari shoot a three, everybody else, we're attacking the glass. Because, Randy, when this game gets up and down, this is definitely for Elida, and it's only a six-point margin. So if they can get this thing a little bit more up and down, I think Elida can get back in this thing and win it.
Yeah, again, 25-19 at the half. Good shot there. Saw this halftime of the JV game as well. Some mini Bulldogs, and you got 10 players on the floor. You got benches that might have 1 or 2 players, and about 25 or 30 mini cheerleaders here.
It's quite the scene. The cheerleaders are absolutely doing a great job over here. They got their coaches. And I love it, Randy. They got the sheet of cheers, and they have to tell them what cheer they're going to do next.
It's 25-19. Van Wert leads this one at the half. We'll take a timeout. Come back, begin the third quarter after this. 25-19 our score at the half. Van Wert with the lead over Elida, and unfortunately just missed the Bulldog that came through here. So a little bit late coming back out of halftime, because whenever, if you haven't followed Miles on social media, if there's a mascot, if there's anything with an enlarged head, if there's a tail, it's just we lose him, and so we lost him. Yeah, we lost him for a minute. Yeah. He was selfies and everything else. So we're trying to get his attention to come back.
Haven't seen the student section for Van Wert yet
tough
tonight.
There's a red sweatshirt on the corner.
Where's the rest of the kids?
And then I don't know where everyone else is at. Hang on. I'm being told in my ear they are in camouflage, and we cannot see them.
Ken Rieger, our producer, at halftime alerted us. He goes, they're in camouflage.
Oh, and complete with the face. They went all out.
Sure did. And their Van Wert Cougars played like Warriors here in that first half with a 25-19 lead. How about that guy wearing, was that a tree he had on? What do you call that?
Looks like it. That's something. Pull-up jumper to begin the second quarter, no good. As Elida comes out with this one, we're going to have a little push as Austin Cape's going to make the call. That's
is that a ghillie suit?
What do we have? So was that what we thought was a Christmas tree when it first walked in?
I really did.
Yeah. Is that like the bush? I remember. I'm gonna date my TV watching habits, but it's like episodes of MASH. They're trying to listen in, and the bushes move closer. How about the Webb Insurance Agency 3 from the corner for Zori Island?
Zori Island, 42% from behind the arc on the year, 100% that time.
Cuts that Van Wert lead to 3. Now 25-22, or I guess in honor of what we just saw, cut it to tree.
Oh, just leave that one alone.
Pull-up jumper at the other end is going to be up and good as Keaton Welsh with an answer.
Yeah, how about the steal by McCracken as well?
He'll get to the basket, can't finish. Ball's loose on the floor. Eben Jackson with it. Get this long outlet out as Hill's going to get to the basket. And Marcus Hill, who had about as bad of a half a basketball, shooting the basketball as you could, makes up for it here with a score in the second half.
Well, make easy shots, and that will get your shooting percentage up. And so attack a 2-on-1, go right at the one defender. Great finish by Marcus Hill.
Crummy trying to go inside, couldn't find anything, so here's Welsh, runs the offense. He's going to back this one up. He'll try it again. It's a double screen. Is that the swinging gate?
No, that's the old picket fence. Don't get caught watching the paint dry.
This one comes out to the wing. Well, we've referenced a 1980s movie and a 1970s TV show, so we are right with the times. Ball's tipped out of bounds, by the way.
We know how to engage the kids, don't we?
Right. We know who our audience is.
This tempo, though, got to be careful for Van Wert. They're snacking on some danger if they want to run up and down with Elida.
So Mari Wash is going to bring this one into the front court now. 27-24, Van Wert in their scoreboard tonight, brought to you by Rhodes State College. Start your journey today at Rhodes State College. Now make that 27-26 as Amari Wash will get the bucket.
Now he got a tremendous screen, a brick house screen inside by Parker Krim to get him free. And if they can get Amari Wash going, watch out.
And not a good sign. Xavier Kelly slipped down and then was up a little gingerly, but looks like he's all right. As Elida again very quickly is going to come down into the front court. Krim is going to one-hand an offensive rebound, gets the kick out, and the Webb Insurance Agency 3 from the top of the key is good for Amari Wash.
Parker Krim, a man on the offensive glass, 6 offensive rebounds, and Wash away. Your visitors lead. Amari Wash with a big-time 3.
29-27 now. Elida in front, and we're going to have ourselves a foul at center court here going for a loose ball.
This tempo all in favor of Elida, and Xavier Kelly has to stop the run out by fouling Marcus Hill, or also would have been another 3-on-1 situation for Elida, who went into halftime and got their track shoes on, Randy. It's been all up and down.
And Van Wert's going to take a Metzger Financial Services timeout here, so we'll step aside as well. 29-27. We'll be right back on WOSN. 29-27, Elida now in the front. And John Stocker DDS is tonight's premier sponsor for the Elida Bulldogs, providing dental care for high school sports fans.
Oh, that 6-point lead evaporated in a hurry, didn't it?
Yeah, thanks in part to Amari Wash. He's heated up here to begin this second half. I have him for 11. Scoreboard says 9. Big 3 at the top of the key. And now about to drive off the wing and score for Zori Island.
Great set coming out of the timeout by Ryan Howard. Backdoor cut. Easy find. You get your 2 best players involved offensively. Good things happen.
Now with the turnover, it's going to lead to the run out, the easy finish that time for Island. So back-to-back points. Now all of a sudden we have ourselves a 6-point lead for Elida.
The tempo has just been picked up by Elida, and they're going to get Amari Wash. Said he used the body too much on Welch as he was trying to turn that corner.
Just a little too much contact. It's going to be his first foul of the night. Team's first here in this third quarter, which is already down to 4:37 left showing on a Rhodes State College scoreboard. Keaton Wells trying to find somewhere to go. Is going to get the basketball back. Trying to get more involved to this offense. This pass over to the wing is for Cohen Bragg. Now the kick out, and Welsh will bury the Webb Insurance Agency 3.
Don't blink now, though. But Elida, high tempo.
Parker Krim right near us on the baseline. I thought Miles was going to get involved there. And now the kick out. Krim another offensive rebound.
7 offensive rebounds by Parker Krim.
And now 2 officials both looking for a call. And it looks like this is going to go against the Cougars.
Yeah, I was a little confused, Randy, that both officials came together. I didn't see how it could be against Parker Krim, as Crummy had him in the Cobra clutch. I was waiting for Parker Krim to tap out, but yeah, easy call right there. Two officials got it right.
And our instant replays tonight brought to you by Laudig's Jewelry, your family-owned and operated jeweler for over 70 years. Visit them at 1244 South Shannon Street in Van Wert or online at laudigs.com. As we continue to get a little bit younger with the mid-'80s cartoon reference, we might get into the 90s by the end of the night. Too bad we don't have a Zach Morris or an AC Slater on the floor. See Elida being patient. This is going to be kicked ball. Oh, this is out of bounds.
They've had a lot of success with this little screen, and either Wash goes all the way to the basket or Krim rolls. Well defended that time by Van Wert.
So Elida will have to inbound, and they do from under their basket. Handoff is going to be taken away. As Welsh will get the steal. Keaton trying to go to the basket. He'll lose it as Zori Island stays right with him, takes it back.
Hey, how about that? Welch with a steal. Then Zori Island says, I can do some thievery as well.
We're going to have a foul under the basket. Looks like Zori's going to go to the free throw line.
These two players taking it personal, recognizing that Welch isn't in a good defensive stance. Nice little crossover. And one underrated aspect of Zori Island is his ability to hang in the air. Nice little levitation there to get himself to the line.
So Zori will visit the least famous recipe chicken free throw line. First one is no good. You can visit Least Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Douglas, and St. Mary's. Call them for all your catering needs. Least Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here. Zori's second toss will bury that one, so he splits the free throws. Now a trap in the baseline. Keaton Welsh tried to dribble it off Krim. Krim's going to get it out to Jackson. That one is going to be rejected off the backboard. And the save on the other baseline. It's amazing plays, both sides of the floor.
Oh, are you not entertained by this effort? Elite stuff.
Started with Zach Crummy, the big block. Not to be outdone, Zori Island with a huge save. And Elida has this one, 2:45 to go, third quarter. Parker Krim trying to call for the basketball. Tough shot going from the baseline's no good. Crummy doesn't have anyone to help as everyone took off up the floor. Now into the corner. Three in and out. And the rebound out for Jonathan Payne. Payne will have it taken away. Steal numbers are going to be just unbelievable. We take a look at the numbers at the end of the night.
Both teams going to be happy with the defense. Going to be terribly upset about the way they take care of the basketball.
Crummy at the wing. He'll start a little jab step. Leaves it under for McCracken. Gets the kick out. Three ball off the mark. And we've got ourselves.
Yeah, they're going to get Cade
foul.
Collins.
Yeah, okay. I didn't have thought maybe when he landed on the rebound he was out of bounds. But it's going to be Collins with the little push.
Yeah, I like how you said little. The forearm into the back. That was an easy call by the officials. Like the aggressive nature by Caden Collins, who's given this Van Wert team some good minutes. But easy call by the officials, and we're going to come all the way down the other way.
Yeah, that is Collins' first, but that is the fifth foul on Van Wert here in the quarter. So Amari Wash will get a couple of trips and opportunities to the least famous Recipe Chicken free throw line. First one's off the heel of the iron, no good. He'll get one more.
65% from the free throw line on the year for Wash. Looking to stretch this lead to 5 as it's been an impressive third quarter for Elida.
And they've held Van Wert to 5 points here in the quarter. As the free throw is no good, Krim fighting for the rebound. We'll say, and you saw the moving pictures there, slightly disagrees with the call against him.
As our old friend Bill Rafter likes to say, a little nickel dimer. Let him play on.
Is the first foul against Parker here. Second in the quarter on Elida. Down under 2 minutes to play in this third period. We'll get another one coming into the front court. This one's going to go on Zori Island. That's going to be Zori's second.
Yeah, Zori's frustrated because he'd beaten Bragg to the spot, and Bragg used his forearm to correct separation. Official said his body contact caused the foul, though.
Officials checking something at the table that gives us the opportunity to tell you that tonight's premier sponsor for the Van Wert Cougars is First Federal Bank of Van Wert. Your community, your bank. So Van Wert trying to find some offense here. They have been slowed down considerably here in this third quarter.
Got to find a way to get Keaton Welch some free shots at the basket. I like this two-man game with the two best offensive players on the same side.
Bragg's going to find Gerhardt. Gerhardt's seen some minutes tonight. Now back for Keaton Welch. He's going to back up and reset the offense.
If you're Van Wert, though, where are your points coming from with other than Welch and Crummy on the floor right now?
Crummy's got one side open and over to Welch. Welch, he's going to hit the Webb Insurance Agency three.
Oh, he is just stone cold, isn't he? You need a shot, he's going to deliver.
There's one thrown out of bounds, and officials are going to talk about this one. Our three-pointers tonight brought to you by Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years with offices downtown Lima and Bluffton.
Some litigating going on. You saw Keaton Welch saying, no, sir, didn't touch me. Ryan Howard saying, no, this is orange basketball, but the official is going to say it goes to Van Wert.
By the way, and I think we mentioned this before, Coach Howard, how about the orange and black kicks he's got on tonight?
Sneaker game strong here in Elida.
So Van Wert gets this one back here. Under a minute to go with third quarter. As Welsh nearly tied up. Finds McCracken, long entry pass, and now the kick out. And driving to the basket. And no good to the first effort for Cohen Bragg. But how about Zach Crummy to clean up and score?
Important for Elida to get a bucket here. Oh, stamp that. Denied. Watch Crummy come over from the weak side. 8 blocks coming in tonight. Looks like a volleyball player with a spike.
Definitely has one right there. We want to tell you, game tonight brought to you by Lee Kinsel, Chevrolet GMC, and Irvin Road and Van Wert. Take a look at our pre-owned specials at leekinsel.com.
Now Van Wert wanted a travel as Amari Wash tracked that one down.
Coach Best well up off his seat on the bench. Trying to weave his way, trying to go high off the window. Was Marcus Hill, can't get it to go. Van Wert, can they get a shot off? They do from half court. It's going to be off the mark, 35-34. Van Wert leads this one after 3, and we will take a timeout here on WOSN. 35-34, Van Wert leads Elida. And our game tonight is brought to you by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spirit checking account and the official sponsor of the WBL. I don't know about the other 8 teams in the WBL tonight, but I don't think any of them are as the other 4 games are exciting as this one.
Yeah, there's those kicks by Ryan Howard. You think he goes out shopping for those, or they just get dropped off, or he has his wife do it? Because those are pretty sweet, man. I like the orange and black combo.
Now back in, I would say our day, as if we're the same age, but that was the thing. Like everyone wore the same shoe on the team, right?
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
you got the team shoe. And
you did not show up to practice with a different shoe. Coach would let you know, right? Every coach dictated what you wore.
Pass the sideline is going to be knocked away.
But then again, back then we only had like 3 pairs to choose from, right? The sneakers are so different now.
Yeah, they are. Bragg got his defender in the air, pull a jumper from the wing, trying to take the extra bounce. That one's going to be no good. Rebounds then knocked out of bounds, and it looks like it's going to belong to Elida.
Bragg, if you're looking at your stat sheet and you're saying I'm struggling, don't worry about it. Keep shooting. You've had a couple that should have gone down and bounced out. And Cohen Bragg, he's going to be a knockdown shooter by the time he's done at Van Wert.
So Elida into the front court, down 1 here, 35-34, just underway. Fourth and final quarter on our Road State College scoreboard. About that offensive rebound being in the right place at the right time for Eben Jackson. Here's one thrown away on the sideline as the Elida cheerleaders will very gingerly put the ball back in play.
Yeah, really nicely played by Griffin McCracken. And how about the little flip up in the air with his feet? Did you see that?
Needing some help on the inbound as Bragg going backwards will finally find Keaton Welsh. Welsh comes across the timeline here. 7:07 to play in a 1-point game. Welsh, that double screen again. If it led Milan to the state championship, it'll work.
A shooter did a great job that night. Norman Dale got thrown out on purpose. Shooter stepped up.
Three-pointer from the wings, no good. Rebound was deflected around. Elida's going to get this one. And the finish by Marcus Hill.
The Iceman could always finger roll, and so can Marcus Hill.
He's got 5 points now. Latest one puts Elida in front 36-35. If there is a coach in high school basketball here in Lima Land in Northwest Ohio who's going to pull a play from Hoosiers, it's going to be Jeremy Best.
Oh, absolutely. The guy knows a little bit about coaching, winning some state titles, and unfortunately they're going to get Parker Krim on a foul there. And Parker, who's just so strong. Look, he's just going to go up, get the ball, but gets a little bit of the arm. He's so strong, he's going to knock Cohen Bragg to the ground.
And a replays tonight brought to you by Laudix Jewelry, your family-owned and operated jeweler for over 70 years. Visit them at 1244 South Shannon Street in Van Wert or online at laudix.com. So Cohen Bragg will now step to the least famous recipe chicken free throw line.
His first miss of the year from the free throw line.
Small sample size, came in 5 for 5. As the second one is going to be good. So he splits the least famous recipe chicken free throws. It also puts us in a tied game, 36-all with 6 minutes to play. And now Elida comes around the perimeter.
Using Cohen Bragg to just play off of Jackson. I don't think Jackson is much of a threat offensively, so he's looking to come off and help on anybody that needs it.
Yeah, Jackson trying to do everything he can, though, to get the basketball. Calls for it a couple of times. The ball deflected, but into the hands of Amari Wash. Wash, that step back. Three is no good, but the offensive rebound, this time grabbed by Marcus Hill.
Yeah, if Van Wert loses this one thing they're going to talk about and really lament is the number of offensive rebounds this Elida team has gotten.
So Elida's second opportunity off another offensive rebound. Might be the most patient they've been all evening. Zori Island draws the double, gets the kick out. Amari between two defenders, no good. Krim put back, can't get it off the iron, but we're going to have ourselves a whistle and a foul.
A little bit of a late whistle. Parker Krim with his 8th offensive rebound goes up to finish. Good up fake. And I think they're going to say it was on Crummy, who contacted him. Just a little bit of contact, but enough.
It's going to be his second. So here's Parker Krim from the least famous recipe chicken free throw line. Well, knocks that one down like he's been doing this all his life.
Yeah, nice stroke there, huh?
Second opportunity. He'll bury both of them. No problem. And we have ourselves a Metzger Financial Services timeout. Metzger's Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. With timeout on the floor, take a break here in a 2-point game at WOSN. 38-36, Elida leads this one over Van Wert here in our Rhodes State College scoreboard. Randy Roberts, Miles Holliday with you from the Elida Fieldhouse. We're going to be back here next week as well. Mentioned this in our pregame. Might as well say it again just to let everyone know. Next Friday, the Elida home game, Ottawa-Glandorf, has been moved up. So those of you watching who are thinking about coming out here to the field house next Friday, you're on the fence because Ohio State's playing, or maybe you got something else going on. 4:45 JV, hoping for a varsity tip around 6:15.
That way we can all get to a spot and watch the Buckeyes beat Tejas.
This one is going to be out of bounds, as that's going to stay Van Wert ball here.
A really dangerous pass by Van Wert, and Jackson able to get his hands on it. And you got to inbound it right in front of the cheerleaders? That's tough to do.
Yeah, unique location of the cheerleaders as well, with all the vantage points as the cheerleaders stand in front of their respective student sections. Cougars trying to find something. Here's Kelly Saver. Kelly's had a quiet second half. Good pass under the basket. Zach Crum, he tried to fly up, get a tip in. This one's going to be knocked out of bounds. Those clad in orange disagree with the call.
Oh, it did.
For good reason. Ooh.
Hey, Griffin McCracken, though, sells it pretty well. Parker Krim says, no way, that's our ball.
And it looks like we're going to have ourselves another Metzger Financial Services timeout, so we'll step aside as well. 4:24 to play, and we'll be right back. John Stocker DDS is tonight's premier sponsor for the Elida Bulldogs, providing dental care for high school sports fans. 38-36, 4:24 to go. Quick timeout taken by Van Wert. Cougars have two. Elida with four. Trying to get play into Crummy. Crummy, that right hand, that's his offhand. Shot was up, no good, and Elida's going to come away with a miss.
I love the inbound, though. Go a little high-low action to get Crummy involved. Been a couple of possessions since he was able to touch the basketball. A good shot, just didn't get to go.
Bulldogs now trying to hang on to this one. Still needs some help. He'll find Zori Island. Hey, don't forget, following this one, we'll have to select a Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner, as we're going to have a little push coming here.
Now, Welch just trailed a little bit. You say what you will about these Elida guards, but their quickness, it does not take a break. And Welch a little bit tired on that one, got a little handsy, picks up an easy foul.
Eben Jackson will do the inbounding as he's going to send it into the backcourt for Amari Wash. Amari gets this one out to the wing. Trying to look inside. You see Amari calling for it at the elbow. Now Parker Krim doing the same thing. Instead, it'll be reversed around the perimeter. Marcus Hill had it for a moment. Back over to Zori. Island with a good bounce pass in the baseline. Jumper good for Eben Jackson.
Now let's go back to one of our keys. Close the door, Van Wert. Didn't do it. Zori Island, rather, makes you pay because you didn't close the door. Dribble drive and a nice dish.
Crummy trying to pivot all the way around. Going up with that left hand. It's no good as he was trapped under the basket. And Elida's going to come away with this one again.
Yeah, nice sequence by Jackson. Had the made layup a moment ago, then gets help on the defensive end. Helping out on Crummy. Good job by Jackson.
So Jackson now comes out to the wing. He's got the basketball. 2:38 to play. And Van Wert again lets him go. He's able to drive. And we'll get a whistle as we take a look at the Lottix Jewelry replay.
And Jackson, a post player that has the ability to put it on the floor. He's able to beat Bragg to that low block, and Bragg has no choice but the foul.
So here's Eben Jackson now from the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line. First one is in and out, no good. Again, a free throws tonight brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delvis, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all of your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here.
So I was thinking, I got an idea for Lee's, Randy. You know Port Clinton, how they have the walleye drop on the New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Lee's, let's get a giant chicken and put it up in the air. And on New Year's Eve here in Lima, let's drop the giant chicken.
How about dropping the bucket there for Zori Island?
Forget dropping a chicken. Just let Zori Island work the middle of the floor. All the quickness of Zori Island. goes through the contact, and he hangs in the air. The levitation of Zori.
He's now going to try to finish off a three-point play here with a trip to the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line. It's going to be no good. Crummy gets the miss. And now we got a quick stoppage. And the officials want to take a look or think of something here. I'm not sure
I think they heard the idea for New Year's Eve here in Lima.
They did.
Like, that's a great idea. Let's do it.
Well, hey, while they're talking about things, let's tell you that tonight's premier sponsor is the for the Van Wert Cougars. It's First Federal Bank in Van Wert, your community, your bank. And the presenting sponsor tonight is Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC and Irvin Road in Van Wert. Take a look at our pre-owned specials at leekinsel.com.
All right, now think about this. You have the chicken. It's dropping on New Year's Eve. What does it drop into?
A giant bucket, and when it hits, it's chicken tenders for everyone.
I like that idea, but I was thinking like gravy. Or maybe hot
big
sauce.
thing of mashed potatoes?
Yes.
Yeah, but then you get like hot mashed potatoes on you. Is this going to be like a Gallagher show? Is there like a splash?
No.
Am I going to have to show up in like a poncho? By the way, Gallagher, so we're getting that. Although another 80s, right? We're
another
stuck
great
in the 80s.
reference.
I don't know what's going on.
But Randy, I'm telling you, it would be the destination of everybody in Ohio to come to Lima on New Year's Eve to see the Lee's Chicken Drop.
The problem is they have 4 locations. Where are we doing it? Are we doing it
downtown
in Lima? Okay.
Yeah, downtown Lima.
Okay. Right there in the square, huh?
I know marketing.
We'll run that by the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken people. See what they come up with.
Now Van Wert's got to come up with some points on this trip.
And it might be Keaton Welsh has the opportunity there. That one's going to be no good. Zori Island with the miss. Then the long baseball passes ahead. Hill's going to have it ripped out of his hands. We'll have a foul. And this one's going to go on Welsh.
Absolutely ridiculous. Did you see the catch by Marcus Hill? Are you kidding me? Is that Lynn Swan in his Super Bowl? That is insane, his ability to jump up and outreach everybody.
Lynn Swan, who played in his last Super Bowl in
1980.
All the great receivers nowadays. And best we can do is Lynn Swan.
Tell me this isn't insane. A pass that probably shouldn't be made, but when you're throwing it to Marcus Hill, who cares? It's Jeremiah Smith. Go get it, big fella. How's that one? You like Jeremiah Smith a little bit better?
So Hill will split his 2 attempts from the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line. Opens up a 43-36 lead here with 1:50 to go in a Road State College scoreboard. Now trying to answer in a big way. And how about Griffin McCracken to bury the Webb Insurance Agency 3.
Griffin's been knocked down all year long from behind the arc. Release, rotation, and splash. Needed a bucket in the worst way. Now back to a 4-point game.
Down under 90 seconds to play, but the hesitation move there. Got 2 defenders in the air for Zori Island.
Van Wert's going to have to gamble here soon. Here comes the trap.
Get rid of the basketball as it rolls towards Zori. Zori double team against that timeline. Throws this one towards Eben Jackson, and it looks like Coach Howard will use a Metzger Financial Services timeout.
Yeah, talk about another great catch. Look how high Jackson gets to catch that one. Going to make the extra pass, but a timeout was called before it.
So our timeouts tonight brought to you by Metzger Financial Services. Help you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. So with the timeout on the floor, let's take a quick break here on WOSN. 43-39, Elida in front here with 1:06 to play. Tonight's game is presented by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spirit checking account and the official sponsor of the WBL. Bulldogs to inbound, leading this one by 4. They're going to use the full 5 seconds. This one's got to be thrown into the backcourt. An amazing play there and made by Amari Wash to just get the ball.
Well, how many times do we see a vertical route in the football field? Amari Wash going to get it.
And now he's going to be knocked down here with 53.9 to play.
A nice sportsmanship. Van Wert That is Colin Bragg going over and helping him out. Big contact by Kelly to knock him down, and Bragg goes over and helps him up.
Foul's going to be on Xavier Kelly. It's going to be the 15th foul on Van Wert. So Amari Wash will get a couple of chances here from the least famous Recipe Chicken free throw line. His first one will be good.
If you're Ryan Howard, all you tell your guys, look, make your free throws and take care of the basketball, and don't foul on the other end. We're going to win this basketball game.
So Elida trying to stretch that win streak to 5. Free throw's no good. Krim fighting for the rebound. Ball's lost, and Van Wert will have it. Keen Welsh dribbling for the corner. He's going to get rid of this one. Here's Kelly. Kelly trying to find somewhere to go. His pass is knocked away, and a foul committed here with 39.6 to play.
Van Wert had a shot. Bragg was hanging out behind the arc, almost made that extra pass to him, but the quickness in the hands of this Elida team might be the quickest team in Northwest Ohio, other than Lima Senior. They are a blur. Have you seen them play yet?
I have not.
Ooh, so quick.
But I think we've got them coming up here in a couple of weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Wash will knock down his first least famous Recipe Chicken free throw.
And a big one right here to stretch it to a 7-point lead.
Hits them both.
Got to go quicker for Van Wert. First open shot you get, take it.
Looks like it's going to come from Keaton Welsh. In and out. Crummy right there to clean up, gets the putback. And the quick Metzger Financial Services timeout will be taken by the Cougars, which I believe leaves them, scoreboard says 2. It's 28.6 left to play. Why don't we take another timeout here in WOSN? 28.6 seconds left to play now, 46-41. Zach Crummy with the putback basket for Van Wert, trying to keep the Cougars into in this one. As Elida trying to run their win streak to 5. The winner of this one will improve to 2-1 in the WBL, try to keep pace with the two teams still unbeaten headed into tonight conference play. As a quick foul is going to be called here, Zori Wash will shoot a couple of free throws.
Oh, what a smart play. Marcus Hill recognized that he could move the baseline, uses that, and if you can get Zori Island going side to side, who's going to defend that? Nice job drawing up that inbound by Ryan Howard.
Zori able to hit the first least famous Recipe Chicken free throw. Zori now with 18 scoreboard degrees. He'll make it 19 as he knocks down the second free toss.
And almost a steal by Zori Island.
Keaton Welsh trying to go quickly. Here's Bragg in the corner, back out to Welsh. Welsh pulls up, tough shot over defender. That one's going to be no good. Ball's finally picked up. Looks like Eben Jackson with it. He will be fouled with 12.7 to play.
Well, you know how we started the game with Elida with a 4-game win streak? I think we're going to be able to say it's a 5-game win streak. A nice job by Elida. The second half, been impressive by them.
Yeah, Van Wert led this one every stop, 13-9 after 1, 25-19 after 2, 35-34 after 3. But Elida has done the job here in the fourth quarter as Jackson came into tonight 1 of 3 from the least famous Recipe Chicken free throw line. Buries the first one. Second one hits off the heel of the iron, but now an 8-point lead for the Bulldogs. Welsh gets the kick out. Here's Griffin McCracken. He is going to bury the Webb Insurance Agency 3, and that is going to do it. So our final tonight here from the Elida Fieldhouse. We'll see the host Bulldogs come away with a 49-44 win over Van Wert as they extend their win streak to 5. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, Miles will check in with our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner when we return. 49-44, our final. Elida gets the win tonight over Van Wert, so the Bulldogs run their win streak to 5. More importantly, stay over 500 and get to 2-1 in the WPL, and a big part of that was the play inside of Parker Krim. 13 rebounds tonight, 12 on the offensive end. He is tonight's Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner.
All right, Parker, 13 rebounds, 12 offensive rebounds. How are you able to get your hands on so many rebounds?
Man, my coach always taught me box out, go as hard as you can, and jump as high as you can for them rebounds.
Without those offensive rebounds, you guys probably don't win this game. Great job by you. 5 in a row now for you guys. What's been the biggest difference?
Man, it's just our mentality. We went into the first games thinking that we were cool and that we were going to win every one of them. We just came back that we got to get better every week and fight to be better than the other team.
A really good Van Wert team. You had to match up against Crummy. What was the game plan? How are you guys able to limit Zach Crummy?
Just whenever I was on him, just dig as much as we can close to the baseline. And just me just walling up and trying to keep him out of the paint before he gets the ball. That's all we really needed to do. And then we did the game plan well, I think, and then we won the game.
You did a great job at the free throw line. It's been a little bit of a struggle for you from the free throw line, but not tonight. Good job. So we're going to see your stroke here. Half-court shot right here. Can you make it?
I don't know. We can find out, though.
Parker Krim from half court. Here we go, buddy. Oh, Parker, congratulations. Our Stolly Hustle player of the game, Parker Krim.
Yeah, earned every bit of that for the play inside he had. Again, 49-44 our final as Elida gets the win over Van Wert. We want to thank everyone for making our night possible. Starts with our director, Ken Rieker, and a great job he does each and every night. Corralling this crew is enough for Ken. And we want to thank Curtis. Had to go high atop the field house here to get all the shots tonight. I think Dave Evans, his great staff at Elida, of course, Kelly Nick back at the WOSN studios taking care of everything on their end. So 49-44 our final. Elida runs its win streak to 5 with a win over Van Wert. So for my partner, Miles Holliday, and our entire WOSN crew, I'm Randy Roberts. Thanks for watching, everyone.